Today we are going to learn how animals communicate between each other. By the end of this video, you'll come to know about communication as a process, communication across organism, why communication is essential. At the outset, communication is seen from microbes to macroorganisms. However, what is more interesting is that communication at higher organisms. The reason is communication is easily visible in higher organisms, but that does not rule out that communication is not present in unicellular form. In fact, microbes, plants, and other simple form of living organisms do communicate between each other. Communication, just like life, has evolved over the years. If so, what is communication? It's a process or an event that is taking place between two organisms, in which one organism produces signal which is being received and perceived by the other organism and is supposed to produce a response. The primary objective of communication is to bring out a response. The level of response varies with the degree or strength of the signal. Communication is supposed to be fair in the sense it is an energy consuming process. It's a process where energy is spent up to produce a response. Thus, communication is mostly honest. That is, most of the signals produced by the organisms are 100% true. However, certain organisms do produce signals which are fake. It is subjected to conditions. Let's learn some of the communication modes seen in animals. First, visual communication. Visual communication involves using body parts or bodily movements to convey a message. Visual communication includes gestures, facial expressions, gaze or looking very keenly, color change, bioluminescent communications. Next is auditory communication, which involves communication through vocalization, communication through making noise. Noise is made either through their vocal cords or by rubbing their body parts. The next form of communication is tactile communication, in which the animal uses its body parts to communicate the signal to their counterparts. The commonly observed tactile approaches includes grooming, stroking, rubbing, huddling, and aggregation. The next form of communication is olfactory system communication, which involves using chemical cues released by the animal through its body fluid into the environment. This is the oldest method of communication. With this method, the animal can distinguish animal of the same species from the other one. That is, between the conspecific and the heterospecific. We move on to electrocommunication, which is a very rare form of communication seen in animals, limited to aquatic form of living organisms. This is seen only in a few animals, for example, eel, platypus, echidna, which uses electricity, mild form or low form of electricity, to detect their prey, the partner, or to detect their environment. Why do animals communicate? Animals communicate for a variety of reasons. To include, animals communicate for parental care, to advertise their sexual desire or for poacher behavior, for social integration, transfer of environmental information such as predators' presence or food location, territorial marking for defense, and to establish their dominance in the group.